Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is monthly empties, which I'm a little bit behind on. I'm fully aware we're like, I think maybe on week 2 of November. I don't even know. The days are running together. Update. After that video I did a couple weeks ago where I was super frustrated because I broke my memory card and it was a challenging day, and you guys were super supportive. You guys left me the sweetest messages, just letting me know how helpful my videos are to some of you. Very much appreciated. But I too want to let you know I bought a giant memory card, okay? Because the one I was working with maybe allowed me to load maybe 1 to 3 videos, and I ordered 2. That way if one breaks, I'm not in a panic. And so I feel like I'm prepared. I think the only thing I'm gonna order extra is an extra battery life for my camera, because I just don't wanna be caught in a situation where I'm filming and when the battery runs out, I usually have to like recharge and then do it again. Again, the intro nobody asked for, but I just wanted to update you guys that I have been a little bit proactive in the things I have purchased to prevent that kind of stuff from happening again, especially during the holiday season where everything's dropping at the same time. So back to the purpose of this video. Monthly empties. This bag is really heavy because I have large items in here for the month of October. So let's go ahead and get started. Although I've had 2, this is my second cup of coffee. I feel like I can't, you know, pronounce things correctly today. I'm not sure why. I know I'm gonna probably get some questions about the cup. It's in the color Wildflower. This is a 16-ounce stackable, see, I told you I can't really pronounce things today. Stackable cup by Yeti. You can get yours on Amazon or the Yeti website, wherever you choose to purchase. But let's get back to this video. First thing we're gonna talk about is the Native lotion. This is in the scent Candy Cane. Clean beauty brand. This lotion was good. I liked it. My problem with it is that the hole on this needs to be a little bit smaller, because I find that the lotion itself is a little runny. So because the little hole thing is a little too big, you always end up getting a little bit more product than what you want, and so it needs to be smaller. Native, if you're watching this, just a little improvement on the packaging. Now I know a lot of, I personally like this lotion. I thought it was good. The smell was faint. So for those of you who want a little scent in your lotion, not too much, highly recommend the Native one. If we're gonna, I already know I'm gonna get this question. Which one do you prefer, the Necessaire one or the Native one? So the Necessaire one does provide me with a longer moisturizing time, okay? The consistency of the Native one is thicker, but it's unscented, the one that comes in the squeezy tube. They just recently launched the lotion in their scented version, but I haven't tried those. I don't know if it's the same formula. I don't know what they smell like. So for right now, this is a good one if you want something similar to the Necessaire one that's a little bit more price budget friendly and that has a little scent in it. I recommend the Native. Next up, speaking of Native, I have the matching shower gel or body wash. Same scent, Candy Cane. And I actually, although it's October, it's actually really hot still in Florida. Not super hot, but you know, it's still pretty hot. Like, you can't wear a sweater. It's not sweater weather, you know? Reason why I use these now and not during the Christmas time is because I prefer to use peppermint scents during the summer when it's hot, because I prefer that cooling sensation when it's hot. I do not like any kind of peppermint or cooling sensation during the winter time, because guys, I don't like the cold. A Florida girl through and through. So it already gets very cold here, or what a Floridian would consider to be very cold during December, January, and February. And when I try to use anything that has this kind of peppermint kind of feeling, it only makes me feel more cold in the shower. So what I do is I'll buy them during like Black Friday, and I'll save them for my summer season. I know, strange. Anyways, you guys wanted to know if it's good or not. Yes, I do like the body wash. I love the consistency. I find this to have, the smell is just a little slightly, like not by a lot, slightly stronger than the Necessaire body wash scents. So, however, the feel is nice. It washes your body without drying you out. It's a good one. I liked it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's talk Salt Air. I tried this new shampoo. This shampoo is not new. It's just new to me. I've never tried it before. It's called Pink Beach, and it's the Curl Control Defining Shampoo. I will not be repurchasing this. This was a fail for me. This, I feel, is gonna work better for those of you who have curly hair that is drier. Like if you have a drier scalp, if you color your hair and it's like dry, you know what I'm talking about? Or if you have very coarse curly hair, this is gonna be the shampoo for you. Because I have oily skin and my hair is oily, which by the way, I just washed. This like literally made my hair super oily. Like I would have to wash my hair probably every day with this. My hair really never felt clean, and it really only like accentuated my oils more. This was way too hydrating for me. So if you are somebody who is looking for a clean, again, this is a clean beauty brand. You're looking for a clean beauty brand where it's not gonna break the bank, because I feel like this is budget friendly, you know, compared to other brands out there, and you want something really hydrating for your curls, highly recommend this one. The scent I wasn't a fan of because I don't like sweet tropical scents, and this smells very much like coconut, beachy, you know, scent. Not a fan of it, but if you're looking for something very hydrating and clean, you might like that. Next up, let's talk Olaplex. This is the number 5 shampoo. This is the Bond Maintenance shampoo. This is, again, not new to me. I have used this plenty of time. I think this is like my 3rd bottle. I personally love this. I find that my scalp and my curls really love this. It's a very thick shampoo, so you don't need a lot of it. And I don't know, I find that it hydrates my hair with, again, not leaving it oily, which is what matters. So I'm still getting like a really good clean in the crown and the scalp of my head, but it's not staying greasy. Yet when my hair air dries, I don't have frizz. My ends are a lot more hydrated, a little bit more emollient. My hair's a little shinier, but not greasy. Like there's a fine line. If you know, you know. If you haven't tried the Olaplex shampoo, it's, you know, it's worth the money, in my opinion. And like I said, a little bit goes a long way. It's a very thick shampoo. The conditioner is just as good, and I find that the conditioner lasts me way longer than the shampoo because I really only need very, very little of it because I have oily hair. Next up, I have a dry bar product called Sparkling Soda. This is their Shine Mist. I personally liked to use this when it's very hot and humid outside. So because we're in hurricane season, it is raining a lot. And so we have a lot of days that are muggy and the humidity is through the roof. And I really liked this because it really helped to keep my frizz under control. It kept me from entering Lion King Mufasa territory. And so I like this. Reason I'm not gonna be repurchasing this is because the scent on this is so strong, it chokes you. And this is the problem I have with a lot of dry bar products, with the exception of Mr. Incredible. They really need to like tone down the scent if they want me to continue to purchase their products, because it is so strong. I literally have to spray it and go to another room. Like I have to hold my breath, spray it, and walk into another room. It's a shame because the formula is good. It works well. It's just, man, that scent, it's too much. Next up, we have the Givenchy fragrance, which I'm not even going to attempt at pronouncing this name because we all know that's not my forte. French is not my forte. I know you guys get a kick out of me like mispronouncing things, and I find that that's like your guilty pleasure. Some of you may only watch me because I butcher these names that are not in English. You know what, just for fun, I'm gonna take a stab at it. Interdit? No. I think from what my French subscribers, who are, by the way, super sweet because you leave me the phonetic pronunciation and you kind of teach me what letters are silent. I believe that the T may be silent in this. And I know you're asking yourself, like, Isabel, why don't you just Google it before like filming? That's not how we roll here. That's not how we roll here. So I think if the T is silent at the end, it should be l'interdit. L'interdit. That's the best I got. I do know it means the forbidden one because I have like all variations of this fragrance. I really love it. This one I particularly like in the summer months, but because you really only need a little bit of this, and this is a 1.7 fluid ounce, it lasted me all the way into October. But I do have to say, a beautiful work appropriate fragrance. I've always said it smells like a fresh, floral, fruity kind of scent. But to me, it smells like a little bit like bubblegum, like a fresh floral bubblegum. I know, in a very beautiful, elegant way, by the way, not childish or young in any way. I find this fragrance to be an elegant, fresh floral. As usual, I'm always gonna leave the notes for you on the screen, but if you guys have not tried this fragrance, it has a cult following for a reason. And like I said, I love it so much. I literally have it in all variations, intense, absolute, rouge, the whole thing. Next up, let's talk Lancome Monsieur Big. This is one of the most popular mascaras Lancome has. People love this stuff. I have to say, if you want a very intense mascara, this is for you. This mascara does not play well with any kind of like lash primer. You know what I'm talking about? I tried this with the Lancome the YSL lash primer. It made this very clumpy. Now, you'll know this mascara is reaching its end when it starts to give you spidery kind of lashes. So this is very good if you're looking for something very dramatic, very, you know, vavoom. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I just feel like it dried out quicker than what I wanted to. This got old and there's still quite some products in here. So I think they need to improve on like, cause even though this makes this clicking sound to tell you that it locks. I just find that there's still a lot of products in here that I haven't been able to use because the actual formula is dried out. So that was my only downside with it, but I think it is a good mascara. Next up, let's talk Kjaer Weis. So again, clean beauty brand. I got this lipstick, full-size lipstick that actually came free with this whole like huge like gift set that Credo Beauty was doing. I think it was last year, if you spent a certain amount of money. And I just kind of kept the box because I wanted to show you guys, this is luxury level beauty. This box is substantial. Okay, it opens like so, and I'm gonna keep it because this is a refillable case. As you can see, this pops out and then you can just buy a refill and stick it in and keep the case. I love the design of this. This is very weighty, very heavy, but when you set this on the vanity, it actually, you know, remains slanted like this. It's really cool. The color in here was Fearless. It has a 12-month shelf life, and they really mean it because this is a clean beauty brand. This was kind of dry when I started to use it, but the color was magnificent. It was this pearlescent, metallic-y kind of red. Perfect for the holidays. I thoroughly enjoyed using this lipstick. However, warning for you guys, this is a clean beauty brand. You need to use this before the 12-month shelf life because it does dry out and it does make it a little bit hard to use the lipstick. But other than that, I thought the color was beautiful, the packaging was stunning, and I understand why people really love Kjaer Weis. Next up, we have a candle from Salt Air. And although this smelled lovely, as you can see from the vessel, I did get a lot of black soot, even though I trimmed the wick. The smell and the throw of this candle is just as good as other luxury candle brands that are clean, like Henry Rose and Glossier, but I found the burn time to be much less, and you get this soot no matter what. And this is a problem for me. This soot will create a black film eventually on your roof. I know from experience, okay? So that's why I kind of stay away from candles that do this, because once you get that black stuff on your roof, you're either gonna have to paint or good luck cleaning it, okay? Because I've tried. It's never gonna match the rest of your roof. You'll always have that spot there. So that, although the candle was good, it's not gonna be a repurchase for me for that reason. However, if you're looking for a clean candle brand that actually has a good throw and smells really good, and it's not gonna break the bank, Salt Air. This scent was Island Orchid, and it's very much a floral, fresh floral scent. I don't find anything tropical about it, if you know what I mean. It's truly a fresh floral. Next up, we have Each and Every Rose and Vanilla aluminum-free deodorant. You guys know I've been on a very long clean deodorant journey trying to find the best one. This was terrible. Terrible. And you guys know I rarely say this about any products. I really didn't like this. This stained every single piece of clothing I wore. It didn't matter. It stained it. It made me sweat from my armpits, and I only sweat from my armpits when I am very excited, when I'm experiencing a very strong emotion. If I'm angry, I will start sweating from my armpits, or if I'm really happy, I start to sweat from my armpits, okay? It's just, it is what it is. This would make me sweat no matter what, okay? But that wasn't even so much the issue as it was the stain on my clothes. It's a shame because it actually smells really good, but it really did stain literally every piece of clothing I wore. And that's gonna be a no. That's gonna be a no for me. So if you like this, I'm glad that it works for you. This did not work out for me. I'm sorry. I'm currently using the Salt and Stone deodorant, which some of you who are following me already know because I've done a shorts on it. Very good. I prefer that one, and I think I've finally found the brand that I love. Not that I don't love Necessaire. I love Necessaire and I repurchase that deodorant often. It's just that the Necessaire deodorant has some multi-acids in it and you're not supposed to use it all year round. Next up, we have an eyeshadow palette that was part of my project pan, and I have finally panned it. It's the Bare Minerals The Hidden Treasure. This was back in the day when Bare Minerals created exceptional eyeshadow palettes, okay? I haven't tried any of their new ones, but this baby, although these pans looked small, it had a lot of product. It took me a really long time to get through this palette. It was gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous. It is one of the best formulas out there. I really hope that Bare Minerals starts coming out with more palettes like this. They have palettes now, but I'm not a fan of the color story that they have going on right now. So I hope they bring it back to basics because I thoroughly enjoyed this palette. It worked well with anything you decided to wear with it, whether it was liquid liner, whether it was a creamy topper shade, a stick form topper shade. Just stunning, stunning. Next up, we have the Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes by Charlotte Tilbury in Super Black. I literally used this like 4 times before it dried out. And I didn't realize when I got this that it says it has a 6-month shelf life. I don't know why that is, okay? But it's her mascara that has this unique wand. It's like flat and oval all at the same time. I have 0 opinions about this other than 6 months is definitely like not enough time for me to use a mascara. Not sure about you guys, but I know that if I purchase this again, I'm gonna have to use it immediately. I usually don't purchase mascaras that have a short span life because it takes me quite some time to go through mascara. So it was okay, but this is way too expensive to have it, you know, dry out so quickly. Next up, we have Merit Complexion Stick in the color Linen. I love this. This is about my 4th complexion stick that I go through from Merit. This is one of my favorite clean foundations. I use it, you can use it as concealer or foundation. It works as both. It is a beautiful formula, does not sink into fine lines, does not accentuate pores. It doesn't dry out your skin, but if you have oily skin, it doesn't accentuate your oils. It's just beautiful. Like, there's a reason why people love this. People with mature skin have also left me comments letting me know that this is like their holy grail foundation stick that they use all the time. If you haven't tried it, the Sephora sale is going on. Just pick one of these up and give it a try. It is absolutely stunning, stunning. I think this is one of my most repurchased products. Next up, we have a Buxom lip gloss in the color Spiced Hot Toddy, which is like this red, and I used it in conjunction with the Kier Weiss lipstick because this was a red formula. This smells absolutely delicious. It smells like a spiced apple cider licorice kind of scent, very much fall inspired. I love this. This is part of my project pan. It is a plumping gloss, and it is a cream formula, so this one's gonna be more pigmented than their other plumping glosses, but this is pretty much the color of the gloss. It's beautiful. You guys know I love me my Buxom glosses, and I'm so happy I got to pan this year. Next up, another Merit product. This is a brow gel in the color Neutral. This is before they reformulated their brows, so you can see the vessel is a little different. This was great. I love that they have this clear color. This was actually a limited edition color for a set that had come out with that glacé single pod that I could have sworn they were gonna come back with this year. I don't know what the heck they're waiting for. It's like, I know you guys know how to make that shimmery kind of formula. Everybody wants it. Just bring it back. I have hope it's gonna come back. Anyways, this came in that set and they didn't have a neutral shade. So I'm really hoping that this is another shade they come out with, because currently, even though they reformulated this and tweaked it a little bit, and I find that the reformulation is actually better than the original, and they expanded the shades, they still don't have a clear shade, like this neutral shade. I don't know why. I don't know why that is, but I have a feeling this is coming back. So there's that. Let's talk samples. So I'm gonna start off with these Clinique Acne Solution Clearing Gels. So I had 2 of these that I was finally able to use up. It's basically, you use this as like a spot treatment for any like pimple you may have. But actually, I ended up using this kind of like a serum, and I applied it in areas where I had a little bit of texture, and it actually did a good job at clearing out the texture. I would just say maybe use a moisturizer that's, you know, a little bit more emollient, because this can be a little drying in the areas you apply it. It looks wonderful under makeup. It does not disturb your application, just can dry out the skin a little bit. So those of you with drier skin, just kind of use it more as a spot treatment, but because I have oily skin, I can live my life on the edge like that a little bit. But it actually did a good job at clearing out texture. So if you haven't tried this, give it a go. Next, we have a Briogeo Scalp Revival Charcoal and Tea Scalp Treatment. This was a deluxe sample. It doesn't have a particular scent, but the scent it does have kind of smells like an ingredient in here. I personally enjoy this. If you're somebody who has an itchy scalp, or you'll have like itchy spots here and there, this actually does a really good job at helping calm that down. Or if you have like irritation in the scalp or redness, this does a really good job at calming that situation down. But you know what I had to use this for? When I used this shampoo, because it like put my hair oils in overdrive, I literally had to use this to calm my scalp, because when my scalp was that oily, I had like areas in my scalp that were a little itchy. The way that you feel when you go too long without washing your hair. So this did a really good job at helping me get through this shampoo. So if you haven't tried this, go ahead and try it. This is not a new product to me. I actually have used an entire full bottle of this when I was using a particular shampoo that actually gave me a really itchy scalp, and I didn't realize it was like an ingredient that I guess I created an intolerance to. This really helped me. So again, this is a really good product, not new to me. I've used it many times before. Highly recommend. And It's Briogeo. Okay, I feel like I may have pronounced that wrong at the beginning. Briogeo Scalp Revival. I'm doing great today. I'm doing great. Next, we have the Biossance Squalene Vitamin C and Rose Oil Serum. This smells divine. It has a very faint rose scent. However, a little bit goes a long way. And for somebody who has combination oily skin like I do, I actually forego moisturizer when I was using this because this is hefty. My skin loved it though. It was a really nice serum. But for those of you who kind of want to simplify your skincare and you have combination to oily skin, if you use this, you don't have to use moisturizer. It works well under makeup. It doesn't lift anything. It was a very good product. It moisturized, it brightened my skin. It was good. It was a good one. Next up, we have the Kiehl's Truly Targeted Acne Clearing Solution. So this one actually did a very good job, and I kind of used it as a serum as well, not as a spot treatment, because I don't just get one like pimple if I'm gonna get one. I will get like a couple, like kind of like a group in like a certain area, and I know it's always either my dry shampoo or my hair product. Literally any hair product I use, my skin hates. So I would use it like kind of as a serum. However, compared to the Clinique, this one did not dry out my skin, and it worked again very well under makeup. I feel like this though was a much stronger formula than the Clinique one. So I think it did a better job quicker. This took a little bit of more time to actually, you know, help with those issues. Next up, we have the Lancome Absolute Creme Soft Cream. Okay, this is not the first time I talk about this. I talked about this, I believe, in my previous monthly favorites. And I told you guys I love this cream. It smells like rose because it has rose extract in it. And the reason why I don't buy a full bottle of this is because it's a little bit out of my price range. Like by a lot. But this is amazing. I absolutely love this. My skin loves this. Those of you who can afford to buy this, kudos to you. This is lovely. This I feel like blurs my skin. It smells amazing. It smells amazing. A very soft rose scent. A little bit goes a long way. It hydrates my skin without making it feel oily. It also like brightened my complexion with use. I love this stuff. If I could afford it, I would buy an entire tub of it. So if you haven't tried this, highly recommend. Next up, we have the Chanel Sublimage line. And I have the La Creme Lumiere, and I have the L'Essence Fondamentale. I don't think that I have to tell you guys how expensive this line is. This is so out of my price range that like I would have to be a millionaire to be able to afford buying this skincare consistently. I'm not a fan though. I'm not a fan of the Sublimage line. This is too heavy, too emollient for my combination oily skin. But more than that, I don't see a difference using these products. I really don't. Other than moisturizing my skin, I just don't see like any difference in my skin to justify such a high price tag. So I'm sorry for those of you who love this and think it's like a holy grail product for you. Good for you. I'm glad that it works for you. It just didn't work for me. And it could be maybe because I don't have deep set wrinkles. Maybe that could be it. Maybe because I have combination to oily skin, that maybe is why I don't love this product, because it's very heavy. Even if you use a little bit, like it's too moisturizing. But If you own this and you love it, can you leave me a comment down below? I would love to know what kind of skin type you have. I would like to know your skincare concerns because I have milia, acne prone skin, and my skin is combination to oily, and this is too much. And it also, I literally noticed no difference in my skincare, like zero difference in my skin in general. Like it wasn't brighter, it wasn't smoother. It just felt like I was wearing a heavier moisturizer that smelled good. Sorry, I know. I don't like to give such bad reviews like that, but I have to be honest. But I do love to hear your feedback, because just because something doesn't work for me doesn't mean it's not gonna work for you. Skincare products are one of those things that's very personal. So next up, I have Burberry Goddess. We're moving on to my little perfume samples. Burberry Goddess. Let me just talk to you about this fragrance, okay? Again, fragrance is very personal. So if this is your holy grail fragrance, good for you. I'm super happy. Keep enjoying it. Don't listen to me, okay? I'm not a fragrance connoisseur, so literally I have no idea what I'm talking about. So first up, let's look at the vials here. See how there's still perfume left on the bottom? It's because the thing doesn't reach all the way down to the bottom, so it doesn't let you use it all up. But secondly, I literally was suffering using these perfume samples. This was so strong and so heavy that my husband was literally like, you need to wear that when I'm not in the house. Like, don't spray it on our linens. Don't, like, if you're gonna spray it, like, make sure that it's like in the morning, so that by the time the end of the work week comes, like, it's tolerable. This is how strong this was, even if you wore one spray. But that's not even the thing. It was so heavy and so strong that it actually made me nauseous. Like, it was that strong, guys. It was that strong with one spritz. And it's like a heavy gourmandy kind of scent, which gourmand fragrances are already strong. I want you to take that and I want you to multiply it times 10. That's how strong this fragrance was. I could not bear it. I literally, when I was done with these two samples, I literally had to wash all of my sheets and all of the pajamas I decided to spray this with, because I could not wear this during my work day, because I couldn't fathom smelling this the entire day. I know, it was that strong, I couldn't do it. But again, if you love this, I respect you. I respect you, and that's your choice, and I'm happy for you. It just didn't work for me. Don't leave me hate comments, okay? I just personally didn't like it. Next up, we have Very Good Girl by Carolina Herrera. Why I feel the need to pronounce this name in Spanish is because Carolina Herrera has been a designer that's been around since my childhood. And my grandmother was a very big fan of Miss Herrera, and that's how I've always remembered to pronounce her name. This is Very Good Girl. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't amazing. I didn't find the longevity to be there either for me. And I didn't find the fragrance to be unique. It was, you know, okay. It's definitely a crowd pleaser fragrance. Like, I feel like a lot of people are gonna like this, but it's not unique. Does that make sense? It's not. It really isn't. It was, you know, kind of like a floral, sweet kind of essence. It was okay. It was all right. Like, I just wasn't wowed by it. That's all. Next up, we have the Gucci Flora fragrance, Gorgeous Jasmine. Okay, the longevity is there, you know, Gucci, as Gucci usually is. I just wasn't a fan, you know. It wasn't very complex. I didn't find this fragrance to be complex. It was very kind of like a one-noter, you know. It really, you know, it says Gorgeous Jasmine. It's a floral scent. Again, doesn't stand out, just your typical floral scent. It was okay. The longevity was there. I did get about 5 or 6 hours of wear, but again, didn't wow me. And that's it for my October empties. I mean, this is quite a lot of few products. I do these videos to inspire you to use your samples. Use them, guys. They're good. They'll go old. Like, don't waste them. Use them. You don't have to wait until you travel. Like, I'm not somebody that's traveling every month, you know? Like, I have a toddler. Like, I also have a full-time job. So these samples will be used when I get them in the mail, and I like to try them out for you guys. I also like using my samples because I have had some very positive discoveries using my samples. And so don't wait. Just use them. What I do is I kind of leave them in my bathroom, and I'll start pulling them out as I use them, you know? As I finish one, I go on to the next, you know? All right, if you have any questions, leave them down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I will leave my handle as well. That's the only other social platform I'm currently active on. I hope you enjoyed this, and see you next time. Bye.